Hello everyone. This is our second session of our lesson, that is lesson number 8, a treat for mosquitoes. Okay, first we will revise the things that we have learned in first session and then we will start our second session. Okay, so in first session we have learned about different things like the definition about diseases, symptoms, diagnosis and prevention. So diseases means the unhealthy things, then symptom means the external signs by our body. Diagnosis means what? The method where we can identify a disease, that is known as diagnosis, and the prevention means the way to protect our body from diseases. So this definition we have learned in first session. Then we have learned about the mosquitoes that spread diseases like Culex, Aedes mosquito, Anopheles and chikungunya. Then we have learned some diseases like Zika, elephantiasis, dengue, West Nile, yellow fever and malaria. Okay, so malaria is the main part, which is an infectious disease caused by the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. So it is a reason of malaria disease, the female Anopheles mosquito. Then we have learned that how malaria spread. So that spread by this mosquito when this mosquito sucks blood and which leaves the malarial parasite into our blood through its saliva. So that is the process by which that mosquito can spread malaria. Okay, and the last part of session 1, that is the symptoms of malaria. Okay, many symptoms, many external signs shown by our body like high fever, vomiting, headache, chills, nausea and poor immune system. So like that we have completed here about the causes of malaria and the symptoms of malaria. Now we will learn about the how can malaria be detected, means the diagnosis and the prevention of malaria. So for that, be ready with your notebook and pen. Write down the aim and the keywords of our second session. So see, the aim of this session is to learn about diagnosis of malaria and its prevention. So write down properly and in good handwriting. Then see the keywords. 3 keywords are there, that are blood test, platelets and rapid diagnostic test. Write the spelling properly. You can take the screenshot and then write the aim and the keywords in your notebook. Okay. So already we have discussed about the symptoms of malaria, the external signs shown by our body. Now with the help of these symptoms we can identify the malaria. So normally malaria can be diagnosed through certain tests like blood test and RDT, that is rapid diagnostic test. Okay, write this full form in your notebook and learn also. Okay, rapid diagnostic test. So before proceeding to undergo malaria test, your doctor will inquire whether you have visited any place where mosquitoes breed. Means if you are living in certain areas where the mosquitoes are there, okay, so that can cause the malaria, correct? So your doctor will inquire or ask you about this visiting. Then your health history, then your family history will also be asked. Okay, so blood test and RDT are the 2 diagnostic tests that used to detect malaria. Okay, so you can see here, this is a blood test and this is a RDT, that is rapid diagnostic test. Okay, before we will start about the blood test, you should know about blood or the composition of blood. Composition means what? Which things are present in the blood. Okay, blood is in solid, liquid. In which state? Yes, blood is in liquid state. Normally your blood, okay, is composed of water and these kind of things, that is white blood cell. Write down in your notebook, okay, whatever the important keywords are there, write down in your notebook. White blood cell, that is WBC, then red blood cell RBC, and the platelets. Okay, in our blood there is more amount of RBC, that is red blood cell, and that's why your blood is in red color. Understood? Because of the RBC, red blood cell. Some platelets are also there, you can see here. These are red blood cells, see, and these are platelets. Okay, now why I am telling you about the RBC, about the platelets? Because this blood test is related to your malaria. What is happening in the blood when there is a malaria? When the malaria is there, the number of platelets are decreasing. Decreasing means what? That platelets are in lower in range. Understood why I am giving the information about the blood? See, which things, or the blood is made up of water, WBC, RBC, and your platelets. Okay, when the platelets are in lower amount, then there is a malaria, and that we can detect with our blood test. So you can see here about this blood test. See, a pathologist, I think you know about this pathology lab, okay, in our means in Devruk also. In front of our school there is one pathology lab. Pathology lab means what? The blood samples are there. They are collecting blood samples and they are checking that and diagnose which disease is there. The person who is testing, then checking and giving report about blood sample is known as pathologist. Okay, a person who is testing, checking and giving report about blood sample. So you can see here these two persons are pathologist. Understood? Okay, so in blood test, blood samples are tested to measure the number of platelets. Okay, we are giving the blood to check the number of platelets. If the number of platelets are found to be lower than average count, okay, then it is a sharp indication of malaria. So you can see here I have given here the malaria patient report. You can see here it is not clear, but you can see the platelets which are in 6. You can see how many platelets are there in his blood? Only 6. You can see here the normal range also given in your blood report. Okay, if you have a blood report in your house, you can see the results is given, then unit, mean in which unit we are measuring that things, and the reference means the normal range is also given in that blood report. So this is given, that is 164 to 347. So this is the normal range of platelets in our blood, 164 to 347. But in this case the platelets are only 6. So you can see here the platelets was critically low at 6 counts, and that is a sharp indication of malaria. Understood? So this is a kind of blood report. See, you can see this blood report also, that is given in your textbook, page number 69. See, name, then age, sex, that is male or female, and diagnosis, that is fever with chills and rigors, means ठंड लगकर कम कपी के साथ बुखार, means that is the symptoms. And then malarial parasite found in blood sample, means this blood report shows that that person is having malaria. Understood? Okay, Yes, so here we have learned about blood test. Okay, blood test. Then one another test is there, that is RDT, that is actually not given in your textbook, but you should know about that. Not only blood test, with the help of RDT also we can detect malaria. Okay, rapid diagnostic test. So when the blood test report reveals the alteration in platelet, means that lower count of platelets, so RDT is conducted to further assess presence of malaria. Okay, means that is the advanced technique to diagnose the malaria. Understood? Okay, then the treatment is there for malaria, like many medicines are given to the patient if the malaria is there. Okay, so that is the advanced information, like mifloquine, then chloroquine. So these are some tablets, then injections to cure the malaria. Sorry, the tablets are given. Normally we are using the tablets. The injections to cure the malaria are in process of development, means still there is no proper treatment for malaria. Tablets are there. With the help of tablets and then our food, we can cure that malaria, but the injections are not there. Understood? Okay, so now let us throw some light on how malaria can be prevented. Okay, the best approach is to prevent the disease. Okay, prevention is better than cure, so that we will learn now. So see, I have given some preventive methods like dry neem leaves, then spraying, mosquito nets, mosquito mats, use of spray and coils. So as the saying goes, prevention is better than cure, correct? It is important that we should follow the precautionary measures to prevent malaria. Okay, so practicing below mention, means whatever I have given the preventive measures will definitely help in preventing the breeding of mosquitoes. Okay, how can we prevent the breeding or the growth of mosquitoes? Normally mosquitoes grow in an unhygienic environment, means in a dirty environment. Okay, the warm and moist condition are favorable for their growth. So it is important that, okay, the breeding, we can means we should prevent its breeding to keep your surrounding, by keep your surrounding clean and dry. If your surrounding is dirty, definitely there is a growth of mosquitoes. So we should clean our surrounding, we should keep our surrounding dry. Then whatever the discard, whatever the garbage is there, discard that properly. Then avoid the storing of water in containers for more than 3 to 4 days, as I have already told that warm and moist conditions. Okay, so make sure that the containers are exposed to sunlight for minimum 15 minutes every day, as the sun rays has the power to kill the microbes and other disease causing pathogens. So these are some methods by we can prevent the growth of mosquitoes. Okay, then wear the long sleeve shirt and trousers to protect your body from mosquito bites if you are going for playing and all. Okay, wear the full clothes to protect your body from mosquito bites. Then some mosquito repellent creams are also available in market, like Odomos and all, that also you can use. Okay, then if you feel that your body is showing that kind of symptoms, so take the antibacterial tablets only with your doctor's advice. Means as possible as protect yourself from mosquito bites. Then use bed nets that are sprayed with insecticides, okay, for protection. So these are some of the common tips on how you can prevent malaria. Okay, so since malaria is spread by mosquitoes, it is important that primary precautions are taken to prevent their breeding. Okay, these are some primary precautions, means we can take the precautions like this and we can avoid the growth of mosquito and we can protect our body from these mosquito bites. Okay, so if your surroundings are clean, the mosquito will not grow and thus malaria will be prevented. Understood about this diagnosis and prevention? Okay, the two small points are there. Check textbook page number 68. Questions are given. Do you know anyone who has had malaria? Already we have discussed in session 1. Okay. So what are the other diseases can be caused by mosquito bites? That also now you can write. In which season is malaria more common and why do you think this happen? Can you tell me that? 3 seasons are there: summer, winter and which? Rainy. Correct. So in which season is malaria more common? Yes, very good. In rainy season, as water is collected surrounding us, then the warm and moist conditions in which the mosquitoes can grow properly. Then what do you do in your house to protect yourself? What do you do in your house to protect yourself from mosquito? So that you can write with this image. Okay, we can use dried neem leaves, then spraying mosquito nets, we can use that, then whatever all out and all we can use that, then use of spray and the coils, then the other things that we have already discussed. So with the help of that you can prevent the malaria. Then see the page number 69. Look at the report of the blood test given here. I have given also this. So which words in the report help us to know that the person has malaria? From which? See, the result is given. Malarial parasite found in blood sample. Okay. So this is a blood report. The pathologist taken the blood of Rajat, then with the symptoms and all, then the number of platelets, they can found the result, that is malarial parasite found in blood sample. One point is given in your textbook, that is medicine for malaria. So please see that. From early times, the dried and powdered bark of the cinchona tree was used to make a medicine for malaria. Earlier, people used to boil the bark powder and strain the water which was given to patient, and now tablets are made from this. Means in ancient time, the medicinal plants were used to cure this malaria, but nowadays we are using this tablets that is also made up of this kind of things. So here we have completed about malaria part. Okay, we have learned the definitions, then symptoms of malaria, causes of malaria, how the malaria spread through that mosquito, the female mosquito, and then we have learned the diagnosis of malaria through blood test and RDT. Then we have learned about blood report, and in last we have learned about prevention of malaria. So like that we have completed our second session. In next session we will learn about anemia. Okay, again one conversation is there, so with the help of that conversation we will same learn the symptoms, then prevention, causes of malaria. Okay, so today's homework is that, as I am not giving notes, okay, you have to write a note on blood test. Okay, don't write about RDT, only write about blood test, because blood test is given in your textbook. So write about blood test and some preventive methods of malaria. Okay, still stay home, stay safe, and thank you.